And he says, while granting that most ancient historians included at least some claims of paranoia occurrences that they attributed to deities or intermediate beings, most critics often use supernatural elements as a criterion for distinguishing what is genuinely history in ancient histories from what is not. And so that's the idea of this authenticity criterion that he's looking at, right? Anti-supernaturalism as an authenticity criterion. In other words, since I don't believe in the supernatural, then I can use that belief to determine whether or not a particular historical account is authentic or not. That's what he's getting at.
Right.
So he says, in both the Gospels and Acts, a major presupposition in the exclusion of reported events as non-historical has been the content criteria that generally supernatural activities doesn't happen, right? So here's an activity, here's something described in the book of Acts, the Gospels. Was it supernatural? Yes. Then it probably didn't happen, right? That's it. So it's using the anti-supernaturalism as to determine whether or not something is authentically credible.
Right.
He says, we shall see in the next two chapters, however, that this expectation proves unfounded because of weaknesses in the anti-miracle argument. In fact, the possibility of miracles remains a live issue in the philosophy of religion today. All right, so that's where he's headed here.
All right, so he's going to talk about ancient skepticism towards miracles. But to me, it seems like all these the smart people times, they just accepted everything and drew in, and they talked about the gods and doing outlandish things, and all these people had miracles attributed to them. You know, the cross in the sky in my symbol, in the symbol, conquer. You know, the Charlemagne type deals, and you know, the popes claiming all these things. So we just go back further, and those claims just get more abundant, and everyone believed those things, right? Apollo takes his chariot across the sky, and that's what brings the sun in. Ra, the sun god, he's the one that controls it, and for Egyptians, and just everyone has this belief from it. Well, actually, that doesn't seem to be the case. So we need to have a correct understanding of our ideas of not only history, but also what those historians, those ancient historians, allowed in or brought in. And boy, if only they wrote and we have those things today, maybe we could survey those things. Good for us that we've realized that parchment and vellum can transfer ink, and we have some of those today.